It's that time of the year. Happy holidays, everyone, from 2K Sports as we get set to bring you some mid-season NBA action. And in our matchup tonight, we'll see the Detroit Pistons going up against the Brooklyn Nets at Barclays Center. I'm Kevin Harlan. We've got Steve Smith and Greg Anthony alongside, and our sideline reporter tonight, David Aldridge. And now the opening lineup for Detroit. Guard spots filled by Cunningham and Ivey. Duren out there with Thompson. And it's Bridges in at the 3 spot. And for Brooklyn, we've got Wall. Ben Simmons is out there with Nicholas Claxton. Then it's Johnson, and it's Walker in at the 2. Nearing the midway point of the season now, GA, what do you think is most important for teams to focus on at this point?
I think just trying to establish overall continuity. You want to head into the second half of the season with some momentum behind you, as well as just general confidence.
This is his first trip to the line tonight. And he knocks down the first one. Here we see the Detroit Pistons, Greg, a franchise known for stifling defense.
And going back-to-back with the bad boys, then the amazing 2004 title team that shut down Shaq and Kobe. When the Pistons have been great, they've had that defense-first mentality.
That one misses.
Smitty, even though the injuries limited Cade Cunningham in those first 2 seasons, his ceiling has to remain very high.
It is, GA, because of his basketball IQ and court vision. They are impressive for his age. He's got the size and athleticism. And plus, he's dedicated on getting better.
Now, here's Bridges. After Ben Simmons' miss, Bridges makes it off the glass.
Nimble inside play by Bridges, working his way to a close-range shot.
Here's Wall. Duren pulls it in. Detroit with the ball. It's a 3-point game. The shot by Ivey, no good. Ball against Cunningham. And Jalen Duren picks up the foul. That is his first foul of the game. First quarter of play, 1 minute played. And Wall kicks to Johnson.
0 for 3 now in the early going, just a little bit out of sync.
So it looks like the Nets will retain possession here. Here's Simmons. Now in the scoring column with that bucket. 1 for 2 this game.
And here's a guy who loves playing inside. Simmons can play some bully ball down low.
Pass to Duren. Simmons against Thompson. And stolen by Simmons. And so just over a minute and a half played.
What mastery from Simmons, fooling the entire defense in the paint there.
The Nets shooting their first free throws of the game on this trip to the line.
Not a strong suit for this group, just around 71%.
No good at the stripe this time. Second misses also. The Pistons have gone 1 of 3 for the field to start this one so far. Drops in the tray.
Great awareness by Thompson, wanting to find his open teammates whenever he can.
There's the pass to Simmons. And stolen by Ivey. All going up court. And slam dunk by Ivey.
Any chance you get, you want to put yourself in a position to succeed, and that's what he did there.
Great job of reading the floor, got to the rim, and made a play.
And here we go with Thompson running it up the court. And a wide open look for Cunningham. That's in, coming off the assist from Thompson.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
And the first timeout called of the game for Brooklyn. They're moving on after the tough loss they took at the hands of the Nuggets.
And they brought the energy. I thought played well, but both teams really put on a great show. Unfortunately, someone had to lose.
Nothing to hang their heads over. When you have two evenly matched teams on a given night, it's anyone's ball game.
Fields checked in for the Nets. No good from Simmons.
I mean, you won't see this too often. Getting denied at the rim. He's likely to remember that one.
Here's Cunningham, and Cunningham with the slam.
Yeah, we're seeing some fireworks from them already.
They established the pace. They made shots. This is why they're way out in front.
Now a timeout call by Brooklyn.
Let's see if Coach can get them back on the right track.
Because right now it feels like the pace is being dictated to them. They need to go back to playing their brand of basketball.
And the shot is good from Johnson.
And his presence as a scorer, it just has a calming effect for the rest of the team. He's a fallback option whenever they need him.
And he's frustrated. That's a shot he can make in his sleep.
And he launches it from deep. And finished off by Walker.
The flush. Lonnie Walker the fourth.
A minute 50 left in the first quarter of the game. To the inside, Bridges. Walker with some nice D.
And he thought he had a clear path to the hoop, but the defense didn't give up on that play and cut him off.
Three-pointer, Hield. Here's Claxton outside Simmons. Three-pointer, Hield. Drills it from outside.
And you've got to be up on Hield, especially when he's beyond the arc. If not, he'll burn you.
Bridges outside. Here's Sasser. Tries again. Wiseman no good. Brooklyn with the ball. They've got an 8-0 run. Hield with it. Wiseman picks him up. It's stolen by Wiseman. Here's Sasser. There's the killer two-handed slam.
Excellent on both ends of that play.
Yeah, the steal was sharp, but the slam topped it off.
Turning defense into offense. Every coach talks about it. Perfect example right there. The will is there, but the execution is lacking. He can't seem to finish plays this quarter.
And it's in there.
You just can't teach size and length, and Wiseman beats everyone to the ball for that second chance opportunity.
On the wing, Johnson. Hield from outside. It's good with the assist that time from Johnson. Hield's got 6. Pistons leading by 4. Here's Sasser. He's a good contributor to his team, averaging about 10.5 points a game.
Get that weak stuff out of here. That's embarrassing.
The drive by Simmons.
Nice little run here to shrink that deficit, but can they get over the hump?
This is the tricky part. Having enough left in the tank to finish the job.
And the length and quick feet allow Bridges to match up defensively against almost anyone on the floor.
And at the end of one, both teams putting up some points. Pistons lead by 2. 2K Sports back in a moment here in Brooklyn. And this has been a fairly close game through the first quarter, and we'll see what happens here in the second. And we'll get a look at how the hustle stat game has been going for the Pistons.
It's all about pace for me. They have set the tone in that area, and they are playing fast, flying up the floor and putting all kinds of pressure on the defense.
And guys, they've also done a great job generating offense from their defense, forcing turnovers and making the defense pay for those mistakes.
We've got Dennis Schroeder, Nicholas Claxton out there with Buddy Hield. Then it's Sharp, and it's Wall in at the point guard position. So that's the lineup for Brooklyn. Wall against Cunningham. Ivy passes to Cunningham. And sports may be the ultimate meritocracy. Does it matter where you're from, grade, your background? You got to have game, right?
Kevin, it's a beautiful thing. Some players grew up with a father in the NBA. Others were a world away. Either way, when you get here, you know you've earned it.
Five on the clock. Here's Grimes. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Pistons will retain possession. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time. And this gives us a moment now to show you the rookies with the highest shooting percentage over the past 10 games. The fourth spot held by Ausar Thompson. The Nets with the lead. All with it. 14 points from him the last game against Denver.
And some of the passes he threaded through the defense were just incredible. He made it look so easy.
Hield can't hit. And for the Pistons, they're shooting a meager 37% for the game. Passes it to Ivy. Cunningham on the wing. Covered by Wall. It's blocked. And it's out of bounds. The Pistons able to retain possession here. Dorian Finney-Smith checked in for Nicholas Claxton.
Dorian Finney-Smith.
Here's Duren. 20 points for him last game against Utah. Again, the miss by the Pistons.
Well, this is where he's inconsistent, and that can slow down your team's momentum.
Wall, no luck.
That's not the type of opportunity he fails to convert very often.
Duren, no good. And here's Hield. He'll bring it up for the Nets. They haven't allowed any points in the second quarter. Duren pulls it in. Duren's got 6 rebounds here tonight.
It's amazing. All night he's been out of sync on the offensive end, yet they continue to lead.
Last outing for the Pistons, it was a loss to Utah. Here's Wall. It's deflected. They retain possession. Pass to Hield. A 3-ball. Rebound by the Pistons. They've led by as many as 11 points. Pass to Thompson. Ivy up top. Just 5 on the clock. Here's Grimes. With 1 on the clock. And Duren slams it in.
There's no bigger play in a close game than a putback slam.
Oh, and that one's got them all hyped up. Wow.
They're bringing the energy, the hustle, the fight, and they also didn't give up on that possession.
Timeout called the Nets. In addition to going over the game plan and making whatever necessary adjustments have to be made, Greg, this timeout also the time for players to get rehydrated or hydrate for the first time with some Gatorade. Plenty of basketball still to be played here, and they have to get recharged.
That's a great point. Without proper hydration, a player can completely run out of gas down the stretch of a game. And that's something that none of these guys can afford to have happen. If you're going to battle all the way to the finish, you have got to be hydrated.
And while we've got a moment, let's send it over to our terrific reporter, David Aldridge. David?
Thank you, Kevin. The Pistons brought in Monty Williams to guide this team from the bottom. He said, I like those challenges, the process of building, seeing players get better, and understanding what it's like to navigate crunch time situations. For me to be able to come in now, it's part of this restoration. Kevin, Monty has plenty of work ahead.
Indeed he does, David. Thanks. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. Sasser's got 5 now.
And don't look now, but they're starting to extend this lead.
They're doing it by building it out, step by step, valuing each possession.
Now here's Wall. Tight defense on him. And that one's good. Schroeder.
With that basket, he's able to end a 10-0 run by the Pistons.
To the paint. Oh, and he blocks it off the glass. Wow. Going inside. That's good. And so Wall with the assist. Wall's got his 3rd assist on the night. Pistons leading by 5. The pass to Wiseman. Here's Sasser. There's a minute left now here in the second. Thompson with it. Working on Finney-Smith. Sasser can't hit.
And even against defense as tight as that, you almost expect him to still bury those.
They play the clock right, then go 2 for 1.
Just got to time it up right.
Here's Bridges. It's rebounded by Schroeder. Brooklyn's gotten into trouble with the 3-ball in the second quarter, only hitting 1 of 5 attempts. And here we go. The Pistons fast break.
And just tacks a few more points onto their lead with the tomahawk.
That's bringing it down hard. Nets trail by 7. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
The competitive firewall plays with is admirable. Fantastic at just figuring out ways to attract contact.
This is his first free throw of the game.
When you look at his numbers this season, he's had a respectable number, 77%.
Some changes for Brooklyn. Nicholas Claxton's checked in for Sharp. Simmons comes in for Dorian Finney-Smith. And Walker subbed in for Johnson. And the Pistons making a change here as well. Stewart's checked in. Wall with the steal. Feeds to Simmons. Driving the lane.
Nice play by Simmons. So good at switching gears with the ball in his hand.
In the corner, it's Bridges. 4 seconds left, and it's slammed in by Bridges.
And he just dangles from the bucket after sending that one through.
And you can see which team has the swagger right now. And that'll do it for the first half. A competitive game so far. Pistons ahead, up by 5. We'll see you back here after the break for 3rd quarter basketball.
Fans, please give a big round of applause for your Nets.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome back to 2K Sports, everybody. Ernie Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny the Jet Smith. Let's talk about that first half. It was a closely contested first quarter for Detroit. They led by 2 after the first. And guys, for the Pistons, Kenny, how'd you see it?
It's been an aggressive approach for them at the offensive end. Getting the ball inside and getting as many points as possible close to the rim. So far, so good. They have a nice edge in the points in the paint.
And over to Shaq now, your take on the Nets.
Ernie, they're taking way too many threes. The offense has no rhythm. They need to go back to the drawing board. Maybe try to get a little bit more transition, more of the pick and roll. Anything other than shooting that 3. It's not going.
And that'll about do it as we get ready for the second half. Let's take it down to Kevin Harlan.
Shout out to my man Joel.
Joel, what up?
And if you're just joining us, we've played through the first half in a game that's been fairly even so far. One guy has been getting it done is Buddy Hield.
Man, he's been running wild on him through that first half. Absolute dynamite on offense.
This is his challenge, to continue to dominate, to help them try to close strong here in the second half.
And Detroit looking at who they've got. Guard spots filled by Cunningham and Ivy. Bridges out there with Thompson. And it's Duren in at the center. Thompson dishes to Cunningham. He lobs up the alley-oop pass. And good work on the boards. They pick up the second chance points. Duren's got his second basket.
And that's the battle they haven't been winning today. Their work on the glass has been porous, and that's got to change.
And here's Bridges. He'll bring it up for the Pistons. Puts up a 3. It's John Wall with the rebound.
Shaky start to the half. Going 1 for 4. Still trying to find that groove.
Count the basket. Simmons got 8 points.
A physical presence. Simmons is 6'11", nearly 250 pounds. He can easily absorb the hit.
Bridges misses.
great defensive effort. Just saved a basket.
You know what? This is why you never give up on a play. You don't know what's going to happen. That's like a horse shot. A very brave shot to go with, but he got it to go.
Passes it to Cunningham. Here he goes. And Duran slams it in.
Super work on the boards. Boy, they really want to put their foot down on him now.
Yeah, and once you've got him on the ropes, Greg, just keep swinging away.
You know why? Because this defense is reeling. They had to stop there but couldn't secure the rebound. They're still looking for answers.
Trying to find some answers offensively.
Yeah, these guys need to work together as a team, as a unit. Try and carve out some easy buckets.
Brooklyn making some changes. Sharp's checked in for Trendon Watford. Johnson comes in for Dennis Schroeder. And Smith's subbed in for John Wall. And a switcher also for Detroit. Grimes is checked in. Now Smith. Simmons on the wing. Here's Sharp. Rebounded by the Pistons. Duran's got rebound number 13 with that last one.
And they haven't been able to turn it into a big lead, but their rebounding advantage is starting to add up.
And just like his twin brother Armin, Asir Thompson is an elite athlete, can do anything on the floor. Someone you pay to watch.
And so Thompson nails both of them. Into the third we go. 2 minutes in now. A moment now to hear from our sideline reporter, Hall of Famer David Aldridge. David.
Thank you very much. Cade Cunningham was the #1 overall pick in 2021, and he's trying to take that next step. He says, I want to do my job. Something I really try to pride myself on is how much I care. And what I care about the most is how I can help the Pistons win. Guys, they are assembling some real talent on that team.
Oh, they are. No question, D.A. Thank you. Simmons. No good there. Good D by Thompson.
He's kind of lost his way this period, having a hard time getting anything to go down.
The 10-footer. It's tipped. Here's Walker. Misses in close. Detroit leading by 5. Always going up for the alley-oop here. And Duran slams it in.
Oh, and the lead gets bigger on a ridiculous offensive sequence.
That dunk alone would have been spectacular. Never mind it coming at the end of an alley-oop. Pass to Sharp. The 3 doesn't go for him. The Pistons have gone a lackluster 3 of 9 from the field since halftime. Grimes with the bucket. Grimes has got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3.
Nice feed from Jaden. You can see him making strides as a playmaker.
Oh, and the jam by Ben Simmons.
You can't let Simmons get going off of these dunks. His confidence just soars when he slams it down like that.
And now the first timeout called here for Detroit.
Here to put on the show, your Brooklyn Nets.
A big group substitution here for Brooklyn. Nicholas Claxton's checked in for Sharp. Trendon Watford comes in for Ben Simmons. Heald's checked in for Walker. And Dennis Schroeder subbed in for Dennis Smith. Here's Sasser. It's rebounded by Schroeder.
And being that close to the hoop, I thought he had enough room to finish that one.
Three-pointer, Hield connects from three-point range. Hield's got 12 points in the game.
And we're seeing what a volume scorer Hield can be on his good nights. It's hard to put a cap on it once he gets rolling.
Here's Sasser, started by Schroeder, and the dunk by Stewart.
The D just kind of stepping aside and letting him get to the rim.
There's a reason, GA. The lead is what it is right now.
It's a backbreaker for your defense, giving up easy buckets like that.
Three-pointer, Hield. Rebound by the Pistons. Wiseman's got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. It's stolen by Schroeder. Kicks it to Hield. From deep three-point land. Wiseman with the rebound. Wiseman's got rebound number 8 here tonight in the game. Over to the left wing. Sasser. And again, it's the Pistons from deep.
Spacing and ball movement. We hear coaches talk about those two elements all the time.
Schroeder outside. Hield from outside. Good on the triple. Hield's got 6 here in this quarter.
Matching baskets from the perimeter, an earmark of today's game.
Hey, players love competition, and the fans love it as well.
And so it's the Detroit Pistons heading to the bench with a 7-point lead as we wrap up the quarter. They've been giving John Wall all sorts of problems. He still hasn't been able to solve their defense. Back right after this. And a moment now as we take a look at our State Farm assists of the game.
Yeah, an easy choice tonight. Look at the precision on this pass. Put it on a platter for him.
This is why you preach teamwork. Some of the most spectacular plays are the ones where guys are feeding off one another.
The fourth quarter has arrived. So good to have you with us. Lonnie Walker is out there with Wall. Then there's Ben Simmons. Then there's Buddy Hield. And it's Claxton in at the 5 spot. So that's the lineup for Brooklyn.
Jaden Ivey is zoned in on the bucket. Not much will slow him down. Not even that bump.
And what do you guys think so far about the offensive approach for the Pistons?
High effort, fast break plays. They have been very effective for them in this game, generating a lot of points for them.
That's been all night long. And also dominating the offensive boards, and that's been winning them a lot of extra looks at the hoop.
And no matter what they've tried, the D just has not been able to deny them the ball inside.
Cunningham passes to Duren. And Duren slams it in. Great game for him. Double-double now. 10 points and 14 rebounds. And Wall kicks to Simmons. And he slams it right down on top of Cade Cunningham.
And the vision and understanding Wall has in pick-and-roll situations is second to none. So many of his teammates have become better shooters because of Wall's perfect passes out of that set.
And on the AT&T 5G Slam Cam, you can see how impressive that move was. Bridges finds Thompson. Over Simmons.
And don't sleep on Simmons defensively. Very skilled there as well. He just knows where to be and how to guard whoever he's on.
And the rebound goes to the Pistons. They've led by as many as 11 points. Trying to break that ice-cold streak.
And just tax a few more points onto their lead with the tomahawk.
That's bringing it down hard. Wall passes to Simmons. And that comes off the assist by John Wall. Wall's got his 7th assist of the game with that last one. Now a timeout called by Detroit. Let's check in with our reporter, David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin, here's what Monty Williams went over with his team during the timeout. Now, his perspective was to play like we're behind. He said that's the energy we need right now. We haven't won anything yet. Back to you guys.
All right, David, thanks. Hield from outside. Rebound, Detroit. Duren's got 15 rebounds here tonight.
And hard work on the glass. Once again, guys, they put a lot of effort and focus on the backboard.
Here's Bridges, and it's slammed in by Bridges.
Textbook play by Cade Cunningham. He knows better to mess up that open look.
Nets trail by 9. In the corner, Simmons with it. Over Ivy. Simmons can't get it to go. Detroit's gone 5 of 8 from three-point land. 15 points and a deep ball for them tonight. Here's Thompson. And it's wide right. It's off the rim.
Great focus on the defensive end there to contest that shot.
And this is where you would prefer to work the ball to someone else for just a better look.
Hield with the bucket.
3 triples in the first half, 3 in the second. Boy, do they add up.
Out to the wing. Shots good by Duren. Duren's got 10 points in just the second half.
And when the size advantage is as big as it was there, I mean, that's exactly what he's supposed to do in that situation. Here he comes, and there he goes.
Oh, look at him punish that rim. And so it's Cunningham with it. He brings it up for the Detroit Pistons. 6-point lead. Pass to Thompson. It's picked off. Ball against Cunningham. Claxton no good. Pistons have gone 4 of 7 for the field since the beginning of the fourth. And Thompson slams it home.
And his athleticism is really off the charts. Love seeing Thompson punching home like that.
Hield. And he gets it to go, hitting off the back of the rim. Hield's got 5 points now this quarter.
Yeah, he's in such a great rhythm right now. Makes sense to get him the ball any way you can.
Let him decide whether to shoot it, whether to pass it. He's your catalyst right now.
The Nets making a switch here. Johnson's checked in. Now a timeout called by Detroit. They're leading by 6. There's a minute 34 left in the fourth quarter. And now a moment to present the New Balance Player of the Game, Jalen Duren.
And he's just been crushing it from the field tonight, Kevin. Whether it's been on open looks or with the guy draped all over him, he just hadn't missed much. With his percentage in the sky-high range, they've had no choice but to make him their #1 option on every trip.
He drops the first one, and that makes it a 7-point lead.
Jaden's defense has impressed a lot of folks. He's high energy. He hounds opposing ball handlers. A real pest at that end.
Simmons inside. Ivy defending. Up and in on the layup.
And that's about the worst defense I can imagine a team playing coming down the stretch.
And I love the play call. This is where you get the ball into the hands of your closers, where they can do something with it.
Ivy kicks to Bridges. And Bridges jams it in.
Unbelievable. You think of Bridges as understated, not that flashy, and then he does that.
Now here's Wall. Hield outside. It drops. And now they trail by just 4.
And that is a big-time performance. I like how Hield embraces the responsibility of being the alpha dog on that one.
And that's an intentional foul.
Ben Simmons, second personal foul.
He hits the first one, and that puts them up by 5.
For Detroit.
So he goes 2 for 2 at the line, and it's a 6-point ball game.
Productive trip to the line extended their lead.
Wall finds Hield. The 3. The rebound by Ivy. And he commits the intentional foul.
Nicholas Claxton, second personal foul. Team's 5th foul.
First free throw is good, and that makes it a 7-point lead.
Ivy, 2 shots.
So he gets them both, and it's an 8-point game. We've got 33 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. Bridges against Hield. Shoots over Bridges. Hield with the bucket.
And this team believes in Hield. There, he repays their confidence by executing in the clutch.
And they go to the intentional foul.
Nicholas Claxton, his 3rd personal foul. Penalty.
Good on the first, and that makes it a 7-point lead.
Ivy, shooting 2.
And so both free throws are good, and it's an 8-point game. Timeout called the Nets. They're behind by 8. We've got 22 seconds left in the game. What's your take, guys?
Licking their wounds. It hasn't come together for them tonight.
They are left picking up the remains of their game plan. Better luck next time.
On the court.
We've got 22 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. And Detroit has possession. They've led by as many as 11 points. And here's Ivy. And so the Pistons take the win. This was a very strong showing for him, Greg. Not necessarily a runaway win, but one they'll feel very good about.
And let's face it, anytime you can go on the road and win in the fashion they did, you have to feel good about it. Really an outstanding effort all the way around.
And that'll wrap it up, folks. For Steve Smith, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan thanking you for tuning in. We'll see you next time.